You ever hear words so cruel they echo in your head long after they're spoken? The moment my wife said, "I regret every day with you since we opened our marriage," something inside me died. But what she didn't know was that I had already seen this coming, and my revenge was ready long before her confession. What happened next made her realize that losing my trust would hurt far more than losing my love. My name is Daniel, and this is the story of how my wife turned our marriage into a game, and how I ended it with a move she never saw coming. When Megan first brought up the idea of an open marriage, I thought it was a joke. We'd been married for 9 years, and sure, things had gotten routine, but I still loved her deeply. She said she wanted to explore while staying emotionally committed. I didn't understand it, but I was scared to lose her, so I agreed. Biggest mistake of my life. At first, she acted like nothing had changed, but slowly she started going out more, coming home late, dressing differently. When I asked questions, she'd smile and say, "Relax, Danny, we agreed to this." I tried to trust her. I went on one date, just one, but it felt wrong. I realized I didn't want anyone else. I only wanted her. But she wanted freedom. One night, she came home smelling like someone else's cologne. She didn't even try to hide it. She laughed when she saw me sitting on the couch, waiting. "Don't look at me like that," she said. "This is what you agreed to." I didn't argue. I just nodded and went to bed. But inside, I made a decision. If she wanted to play games, I'd make sure she'd lose everything she thought she was gaining. I started gathering everything: texts, emails, screenshots, not to expose her publicly, but to protect myself legally, because I knew how these stories usually ended. She'd fall for someone else and then try to take half of everything when leaving. Weeks turned into months, and she got bolder. She'd cancel dinners, ignore my calls, and laugh with her phone glued to her hand. I stopped confronting her. I acted calm, patient, like I didn't care. That calm made her careless. Then one morning, she dropped the bomb. She said, "Danny, I've been thinking, this open marriage isn't working. I regret every day with you since we started it. I think we should end things for good." She said it like she was freeing herself from a burden, like I was the mistake. I looked her dead in the eye and said, "You're right. We should end it." She blinked, surprised I didn't argue. That's when I opened a folder on the table, divorce papers I'd prepared weeks ago. She frowned. "What's this?" "My revenge," I said quietly. You see, Megan didn't know that the house, car, and joint savings were all in my name, transferred months before she started her new adventures. She also didn't know that I documented every message, every night she left, every financial transaction tied to her new relationships. My lawyer told me I'd have full protection. I slid the papers toward her. "You'll leave with your clothes and your freedom. Nothing else." Her face turned pale. "You can't do this." I smiled sadly. "You already did this, Megan. You opened the door, you just didn't expect me to close it behind you." She tried to cry, to guilt trip me, but I'd already spent too many nights crying alone. Her tears meant nothing now. In the weeks that followed, I filed for divorce. Her friends disappeared when they realized she had nothing left to offer. She tried to move in with one of them, but it didn't last. I heard through mutual friends that she was renting a small apartment, working long shifts, barely getting by. Meanwhile, I rebuilt myself. I poured my time into work, started running again, reconnected with old friends. I found peace in silence, the kind I hadn't known in years. A year later, she showed up at my office. She looked smaller somehow, defeated. She said, "Danny, I just wanted to say I'm sorry. You were the only one who ever cared about me." I looked at her for a long moment and replied, "I cared so much I lost myself. I'm not doing that again." She nodded, tears in her eyes. "I regret everything." I gave a small smile. "I know. That's your punishment." She left without another word, and as I watched her walk away, I didn't feel anger anymore, just relief. Because in the end, revenge wasn't about destroying her life. It was about reclaiming mine. If you liked the video, please subscribe and turn on notifications.